Hey guys, what's going on? Just going to take a quick look here at Chainlink. Ticker for this is Link, and right now I'm on the 1 hour time frame. Before I get into the analysis, though, a couple things. First, if you're not subscribed and you want to get notified when I release new videos, click subscribe, but then click the bell and then click on all if you actually want to get a notification. Also, if you want to place to trade Chainlink or any of the other coins I talk about on this channel, I'll put a link to the exchanges that I'm personally using right now in the pinned comment and the description. And if you sign up with those links, it's going to activate a sign up bonus for you. All right, so let's get into the analysis here on Link. This is probably going to be a quick one. As you can see right now, the price is trading within a descending channel. Obviously, this is quite a bearish chart pattern as we're making lower highs and lower lows simultaneously. However, if I zoom out here, I'm going to take this out to the daily time frame to give you a better look at the macro scenario here. You'll see that on this recent dump, we came pretty close to this lower level of support, right? So this support line I have drawn at around $12.64, and the price came right down to around $12.92. So we got pretty close to it, and this particular level is very significant because actually, as I'll show you on the weekly time frame here, this is the head and shoulders pattern, right? So you have this shoulder, the head, we formed the right shoulder here, and this here is the neckline. Okay, so the neckline here could be drawn based on the low of these candle bodies at around $13.08. So it's not ideal to see a candle close on a weekly time frame below this, but if you look to the left here, I find this level more significant, okay? And that is based on the low of these candle bodies right here. Again, weekly time frame, and that is $12.61. So for the sake of this pattern, I'm actually going to consider this to be the neckline, right? So if we start closing a candle body below here, the next level that I would personally target on a short position is going to be all the way down here at around $9.50. So if you do see a candle body break this horizontal support region, then yeah, as I mentioned, this is going to be the next target for me personally. Okay, and the way that would most likely look, the way it looks most often, is you'll have a sell-off, a break of the support level, and then before it comes down to this target, more often than not, it will come back up, retest the broken level of support as a resistance, and that's going to be the best setup for a potential short position, as buying as close as you can to this potential level of resistance will enable you to place a stop loss slightly above, and yeah, that's going to give you a better risk-reward ratio. And then all the way down here at around the $9.50 region would be your take profit on the short position. Of course, if you do take that potential trade setup, you want to get out just before. So I like to front run it. I don't want to set my take profit right at the resistance because a lot of people are going to be placing their the orders just before it. Okay, now I know I mentioned that this is a head and shoulders pattern, but it's completely irrelevant. As long as we're able to hold the neckline, then there's no reason to target all the way down here. Now, if this support does break, and I'm not saying I think it's going to, typically what you do is you measure the length of the head to the neckline. So let's say something like this, and then you will project it from the breakout point, right? Now keep in mind, I've drawn the neckline a little bit further down, so let's say theoretically it was going to be right here. Now it's interesting, that would have us breaking through this horizontal level of support here at the $9.50 range, and if I were to drag this over, right, this former upsloping level of resistance based on all this price action here, the top of this would be the breakdown target for this head and shoulders pattern, right? So that's interesting, something to note. So if we do get another crash in the market, definitely make sure that you have these potential levels of support drawn on your chart, right? Because as you know, broken levels of support will then be resistance on a retest. Okay, but as of right now, there's no reason to even think this is going to break. This pattern has not played out. So I would definitely recommend that you monitor what's going on here on the descending channel, right? Because if we're able to break above this downsloping level of resistance on this, then it's going to be a lot more likely that that neckline is going to hold, and we're going to start making our way back up to the top of the ranges here, right? So the first major level of resistance that I see here based on the daily time frame. So you see here, we have this significant level right here, and when we came back up, this is where a lot of traders opened sell orders and shorted it all the way back down to the lower region of the range here, this neckline at around $12.64. And likewise, when we came above it, this level was support both here and here. Okay, so as I mentioned, if we're able to break out of this descending channel, I think the price eventually makes it back up here to this 15, it's around $15.50 or so. I think we come back up to this level to have another crack at it, right? And then if we're able to break through, then this becomes support and then we target the upper region. All right, so let's take it back out to the weekly time frame. And it's interesting to see how things have played out on this chart since I was doing videos last time around about half a year ago. I had all these levels pre-marked for the most part. But I think I had this level marked as being a very significant level of both support and resistance. And this right here was a pretty epic fake out, right? We came up, we broke through these resistance levels, and then we consolidated and held the range the following week. When I saw this happen, I thought we were going to come all the way up here to around $34. But this was just an epic fake out, right? It looked like we were going to go up. I was pretty stoked. And then, yeah, look at this dump to follow. So large in part, TA works, but sometimes you get these fake outs, right? It's just part of the game. Actually, I wonder if there was a Fibonacci retracement that we got rejected from right here. That would partly explain why we got smashed down without having any significant price history in this region. Here, I'm going to take a fib, run it from the top here all the way down to the bottom. Okay, all right, there we go. Maybe TA does work. Right at the golden pocket. Right at the golden pocket, that's where we got smashed down. All right, I guess I should have had that marked on the chart from my previous analysis, but yeah, that explains it. Okay, now we're in a head and shoulders pattern. Watch for this neckline to hold. If we break down from here, I gave you the next potential targets. If we do break this neckline and head down, I would personally enter a short and I would look to take profits slightly before this $9.50 level. However, if the price does puncture through here, then just drag this out, draw this downsloping trend line based on this previous price cluster, and you can look to that to serve as a level of support as well. Okay, so quick summary. I'm not saying we're going to go down. Actually, I do think we're probably going to head up. But if you're bullish on Chainlink as I am, then this is the level that you do not want to see break with the weekly candle. And again, that's around $12.63, $12.64. Okay, and again here on the lower time frame, keep an eye on this descending channel. And if we're able to break this downsloping resistance line, then I would personally look to enter a long position back up to this $15.50 range. Because as I just showed you, we have a lot of price history there, and this is just an established level of support and resistance. Once again, resistance here, we came above it, support here, support here. So obviously, if we're able to break out of this descending channel, make our way back up, 1550 is going to be a level where sellers step in. All right, guys, hopefully you found that helpful. Once again, if you're not subscribed, click subscribe, click the bell, click on all if you want to get notifications when I drop new content. And yeah, if you want to place your trade Chainlink and all the other coins I talk about on this channel, the links to the exchanges that I personally use are in the pinned comment and the description. All right, guys, take care. Have a good day. Bye.